ejaculatory duct is merely reproductive organ. There is an ejaculatory duct in the sexual organ of male. It is about 2 centimeters, 1 inch long, and is formed by the union of the duct from the seminal vesicle and the ampulla of the ductus deferens. The ejaculatory duct forms just superior to the base, superior portion of the prostate and pass inferiorly and anteriorly through the prostate. So this duct passes through the prostate gland, which is only in the male. They terminate in the prostate urethra. Urethra is a passage through which the urine comes out and the sperm comes out, where they eject sperms and surrounding the secretion just before the release of the semen from the urethra to the exterior. Urethra is a tube. In male, the urethra is a shade, the terminal duct of the reproductive and urinary system. Both are there. It serves as a passage way for both semen and urine. About 20 centimeter and in long, it passes through the prostate, deep muscles of the perineum, and the penis, and is subdivided into 3 parts. Prostate is 2 to 3 centimeter, 1 inch long, and passes through the prostate as this duct continue inferiorly. It passes through the deep muscles of the perineum, where it is known as the membranous urethra. The membranous urethra is about 1 centimeter or 0.5 inches in length. As this duct passes through the corpus spongiosum of the penis, means muscles of the penis, it is known as a spongy penile urethra, which is about 15 to 20 centimeter, 6 to 8 inches long. This is the size of a male normal penis. The spongy urethra ends at the external urethral orifice, means there is an opening at the end of the penis, and that passage through which the urine sponge comes out is known as urethra, and the opening is known as urethral orifice. Accessory sex glands are also there. The duct of the male reproductive system store and transport sperm cells, but the accessory sex glands secretes most of the liquid portion of semen. The accessory sex gland include the seminal vesicle, the prostate, and the bulbourethral glands. Seminal vesicle, the paid seminal vesicles or the seminal glands are convoluted pouch-like structure and is about 5 centimeter, 2 inches in length, lying posterior to the base of the urinary bladder and anterior to the rectum. Through the seminal vesicles that they secretes an alkaline viscous fluid that contains fructose, the monosaccharide sugar, prostaglandins, and clotting proteins that are different from those in the blood. So this is the seminal vesicle. The alkaline nature of the seminal fluid help to neutralize the acidic environment of the male urethra and female reproductive system tracts that otherwise would inactivate and kill sperm. The fructose is used to ATP, adenyl triphosphate, production by sperms. Prostaglandin contribute to the sperm's motility and viability and may stimulate smooth muscles contractions within the female reproductive tract. The clotting protein helps semen coagulate after ejaculation. Fluid secreted by the seminal vesicle normally constitute about 60% of the volume of semen. Prostate. The prostate is a single duff nut-shaped gland about the size of a golf ball. It measures about 4 centimeters, 1.6 inches from the side to side, and about 3 centimeters, 1.2 inches from top to bottom. and about 2 centimeters, 0.8 inches from front to back. It is inferior to the urinary bladder and surround the prostate urethra. Prostate slowly increases in size from birth to puberty. If there, it then extends rapidly until about age 30, after which time its size typically remains stable until about age 45, when further enlargement may occur. The prostate secretion is milky, slightly acidic, fluid pH about 6.5, and contains several substances. Citric acid in prostate fluid is used by sperms for ATP production via the Krebs cycle. Several proteolytic enzymes, such as prostate-specific antigens (PSA), this is also secreted by the prostate. Pepsinogen is protein, lysosomes, amylase, hyaluronidase eventually break down the clotting proteins from the seminal vesicle. The function of acid phosphates secreted by the prostate is unknown. Then we have got another gland which is known as bulbourethral gland. The paired bulbourethral gland or Copper's gland, this is also known as Copper's gland, are about the size of the pea. They are located inferior to the prostate on either side of the membranous urethra within the deep muscles of the perineum, and their duct open into a spongy urethra. During sexual arousal, the, the bulbourethral glands secretes an alkaline fluids into the urethra that protect the passing sperms by neutralizing acid from the urine in the urethra. They also secrete mucus that lubricate the end of the penis and the lining of the urethra, decreasing the number of the sperms damaged during ejaculation. Seminal plasmin in prostate fluid is an antibiotic that can destroy bacteria. Seminal plasmin may help decrease the number of natural occurring bacteria in the semen and in the lower female reproductive tract. Secretion of the prostate enter the prostatic urethra through many prostate ducts. Prostatic secretion makes up about 25% of the volume of semen and contribute to sperm's motility and viability. So there are different glands are present surrounding the prostate. We have talked about the bulbourethral gland. We have talked about the prostate gland, and we call the seminal vesicle. So these are all accessory glands, right? Then we talk about the semen, the secretion, a mixture of sperms and seminal fluids, a liquid that consists of secretion of the seminal tubules, prostate, seminal vesicles, prostate, and bulbourethral gland. So this secretion of semen contains different resources. One is a seminiferous tubules, one is seminal vesicles, other is prostate, and fourth is bulbourethral gland. The volume of semen in a typically ejaculation is 2.5 to 5 millimeter with 50 to 150 millimeter sperms per ml. When the number falls below 20 million per ml, the male is likely to be infertile. This is not able to produce the offspring. If the number of sperms are reduced from 20 million per ml. A very large number of sperms is required for the successful fertilization because only a tiny fraction ever reach the secondary oocyte, means ovum. Despite the slightly acidity of the prostate fluid, semen has a slightly alkaline pH of 7.2 to 7.7 due to the higher pH and larger volume of the fluid from the seminal vesicle. The prostate secretions give semen a milky appearance, and fluids from the seminal vesicle and bulbourethral gland give it a sticky consistency. Seminal fluids provides sperms with a transportation medium, nutrients, and protection from the hostile acidic environment of the male urethra and the female vagina. Once ejaculated liquid semen coagulates within 5 minutes due to the presence of clotting protein from the seminal vesicle. The functional role of semen coagulation is not known, but the protein involved are different from those that cause blood coagulation. Because in blood coagulation we have a thromboxane, prostacyclin, and other protein like the fibrinogen. After about 10 to 20 minutes, semen reliquefy because prostate-specific antigen PSA and other proteolytic enzymes produced by the prostate break down the clot. Abnormal or delayed liquefaction of clot semen may have caused complete or partial immobilization of sperm, thereby inhibiting their movement through the cervix of the uterus. Cervix of the uterus. Cervix is a opening of the uterus. The presence of blood in semen is called the hemospermia. In most cases, it is caused by the inflammation of the blood vessels lining the seminal vesicle. It is usually treated with antibiotics. Penis. Penis contains the urethra and is a passage for the ejaculation of the semen and excretion of the urine. It is cylindrical in shape and consists of a gland, penis, and a root. The body of the penis is composed of three cylindrical masses of tissues, each surrounded by fibrous tissues called the tunica albigina. The two dorsolateral masses are called the corpus cavernosa penis, corpus bodies, cavernosa hollow. The smaller mid-ventral mass, the corpus spongiosum penis, contain the sponge urethra and keep it open during the ejaculation. Skin and subcutaneous layer includes all three masses, which consist of the erectile tissues. Erectile tissue is composed of numerous blood sinuses, vascular spaces lined by the endothelial cells and surrounded by smooth muscles and elastic connective tissue. The distal end of the corpus spongiosum is slightly enlarged acorn-shaped region, and it is known as the glans. Its margin is the corona. The distal urethra enlarged within the glans and form a terminal slit-like opening, the external urethral orifice, covering the glands in an unsubsidized male organ is a loosely fitting precourse of four skins. The root of the organ is the attached portion, proximal portion. It consists of bulb of the organ, and the expanded portion of the base of corpus sponginosum organ, and the crura of the organ. Singular base pores resembling a leg. The two separated and tapered portion of the corpora cavernous is the main organ. The bulb of the organ is attached to the inferior surface of the deep muscles of the perineum and is enclosed by the bulbosponginosus muscle in muscles that aids ejaculation. Each cruise of the male organ bends laterally away from the bulb of the male organ to attach to the ischial and inferior pubic rami, that is a bone, and is surrounded by the ischiocavernosal two ligaments that are continue with the fascia of the male organ. The fundiform ligaments arise from the inferior part of the linea alba. The superiorly ligaments of the male organ arises from the pubic symphysis. This is all about of today, today's lecture.